Ahoy there, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the Rating Snail of the Scarlet Squad coming at you with my Ancient Gear deck profile. This deck is by no means top tier, but I've been playing Ancient Gears for many years now, and they keep getting support, and machines are just pretty good overall. So yeah, without ado it, let's get into the deck. 3 Wyvern to start us off. I play 3 of it. He's pretty much the Stratos of the deck. You summon him, get a search of any Ancient Gear card. The only downside is when you do that, you can't set for the rest of the turn, but we don't really set many cards, so that's okay. I play 1 Box. Box is just kind of your fodder for searching and grabbing other Ancient Gear cards. When you search him, usually with Wyvern, he provides additional search where you can get another monster that has 500 attack or defense and get it to your hand. This also works if he comes from the grave too, and you'll see that more in just a moment. Usually I grab Frame. Frame's awesome. You summon Frame and then you activate his effect, you discard a card, and then you either search the Ancient Gear Fusion spell or Ancient Gear Golem himself. I play 2 Hound. Hound is your walking polymerization. If you do normal summon him, you can inflict some burn damage to your opponent. Nothing special there. 2 Ancient Gear Golems. Golems, they do piercing, but they can be hard to bring out. But with more recent support, you can get around the summoning conditions of Golem, so playing him is fantastic. With most Ancient Gears, they all can attack, and when they do that, they prevent your opponent from activating spells or traps. Reactor Dragon also has that, but after it attacks, you can destroy 1 spell or trap on the field, so really good there. I just play 1 Reactor Dragon. I thought about upping this to 2. This is a 9, just FYI. And the other cool thing about Reactor Dragon is if you tribute Ancient Gears or gadgets for him, he does gain some bonus effects. I play 1 Ancient Gear Engineer. I just really like this card. He's not really good. Engineer is unaffected by traps, and after he attacks, you can and pretty much must destroy a spell or trap on your opponent's field. He's just a level 5 for a urgent schedule target, which you'll see in just a little bit. I play 2 silver and 2 gold gadgets. These just help get your monsters on the board, and if they die in the next turn, you can bring out more machines. To round out the monsters, I play 2 express bullet trains. This card is awesome. I wish I played it sooner, but essentially, as long as you control Earth Machine monsters, you can special them from your hand, and then in the same turn, if it's sent to the graveyard, you can add a machine back from grave to hand. Has to be the machine, but it can be any gadgets, and usually when you send him, you add back Box, and then Box will get you an additional search. So really fun there. That's going to do it for the monsters. Alright, moving on to spells. 1 Ancient Gear deck is incomplete without Gear Town. Pretty much a staple. In the deck, I play 3 Gear Town along with 1 Terraforming. Gear Town gets blown up, and you get to bring out Ancient Gear from hand, deck, or grave. Absolutely awesome. Ancient Gear Catapult is a good starting piece to that. If you control no monsters, you can target any face-up card you control, destroy it, and then special summon an Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. So if you go second, you play Gear Town, then you activate this, you can essentially bring out Reactor Dragon and Golem, and then you got 2 monsters with 6,000 attack on the field. You can also banish this card from your graveyard, and then blow up a face-up card you control, and then you get a token on the field. So that's pretty nice too. I played 2 Fortress. I tried running this at 3, but I feel like 2 is just most optimal. This basically locks your opponent out from responding or targeting or destroying your Ancient Gear monsters during the turn they're summoned. And if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, while it's in the spell and trap zone, you can bring out a Ancient Gear monster from hand or graveyard. But then you cannot special monsters from the rest of the turn except Ancient Gear monsters, which honestly isn't really a big problem at all. I play 1 Ancient Gear Fusion. I suppose I might up this to 2, but I play a bunch of other fusion cards, so I feel like 1 is just fine. If you control Golem, you can also use Ancient Gear monsters from your deck as material. 2 Urgent Schedule, another great card I wish I played sooner. You bring out a level 4 or lower and a level 5 or higher Earth Machine monster from your decks in defense position, but they have their effects negated and they can't attack. You can only do this if your opponent has more monsters than you do, which kind of sucks, but it's a quick play, so you can do this on your opponent's turn. The other benefit is if this card is set and it's sent from field to grave, you can add a level 10 machine, so it's just a really good bullet train target. And another reason, like I said, I play the Ancient Gear Engineer. 2 Power Bond, you use this with your strong Ancient Gear monsters. It can pretty much spell game to your opponent. Also 2 Overload Fusion, this is pretty much your key card for getting out Chaos Ancient Gear Giant, and you can pretty much win the game that way too. I play 2 Foolish Burial Goods. This puts your Ancient Gear Catapult right in the graveyard so you can use it. I also play 2 Swords of Concealing Light. This is kind of a tech card choice, I guess. Ancient Gear monsters, they like that piercing damage, and this kind of just helps flip some monsters down, gets rid of their pesky effects. And with Bullet Train, you have to send 2 cards to the graveyard for it to attack, so this is just a card you can send as fodder. And 1 Upstart Goblin to round out the 40th card, just because you don't really draw much in this deck, so I like seeing this card. And if your opponent gains 1,000, it's whatever, because your Ancient Gear monsters have a crap ton of attack, so it doesn't really matter if they gain life at all. Moving on to the extra deck, I play 2 Howitzer. Howitzer is unaffected by everything, which is really awesome. This card has saved me so many times, and it only takes 2 Ancient Gear monsters to make him. I pretty much put him out on defense. He has an effect where you can burn your opponent for 1,000, and if he's destroyed by battle, you can special summon an Ancient Gear monster from your deck, ignoring its summoning conditions. 1 Megaton Golem. This one takes 3 Ancient Gear monsters to make, and 1 Ultimate Ancient Gear Golem. This guy right here, he can attack a number of times depending on how many golems you use to make him, and then if he is sent to the graveyard by an opponent's card effect, you can bring out Ultimate for free. Ultimate, not too much of a special card. It just has a crap ton of attack at that 4,400, which is really nice. Has piercing. And like I said, if you use that Power Bond with any of these guys, it pretty much is game. And if this card is destroyed, you can special summon Ancient Gear Golem from your graveyard, which is awesome. The last Ancient Gear monster I play in the extra deck is Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. Excuse me, last fusion monster I play in the extra deck for Ancient Gears is Chaos Ancient Gear Giant. I suppose you could play 1, but 2 just goes really good because your opponent will try to get rid of this as soon as possible. It's unaffected by spells and traps, and during the battle phase, it prevents your opponent's monsters from activating their effects, and can attack all their monsters they control once each, and it has piercing. So 4,500 attack and attacking a lot of stuff at once with Power Bond is nuts. The last fusion monster I play is Parapsychroid. This is kind of a silly, spicy tech card choice, I guess. But it can attack directly, so really good for going in time, and it's just really easy to make. Alright, as for the other extra deck monsters, I play 2 Ballista. Ballista, you link summon this with 2 Earth Machine monsters, so you can't use the gadgets, which kind of sucks, but oh well. When you do link summon it, you can search any Ancient Gear monster or 1 Gear Town from deck to hand. And then its best effect is you can target a spell trap you control, most likely Gear Town. You blow it up, and then if you do this, you change an opponent's monster attack and defense to 0. And I believe actually it does target, never mind. But yeah, you can change your attack to 0. So it also can attack over it, which is nice, 1,500. 1 Platinum Gadget. This just takes 2 Earth Machine monsters, or sorry, just 2 Machine monsters. And can't be linked as link material, so that kind of blows. But hey, you bring it out, you can bring out another machine from your hand if it's level 4 or lower. And then if it's destroyed, you can bring out a gadget from your deck. 1 Gear Gigant X. This just searches your machines, gets you more searches with your box. 1 Heavy Armored Train Iron Wolf. This is just another machine, and it can attack directly, so it helps you when you go into time. 1 Diamond Dire Wolf. This just blows up cards. And of course, the final card in the extra deck is 1 Scarlight for more destruction and more damage. That's it for the deck. Thank you for watching.